And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Ready? Black 25 behind. Hey, let's give it to Mercy.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Here's Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Taylor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready? White 25. Follow.
I'm here all day. Watch the eye. Check.
White. Follow. Let's convert. Where do we go?
Winston now to throw on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Guys, it's game.
Winston from the gun on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. On first down, Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. They'll run with Taylor, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Fourth down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Taki. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Check. 380.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the whip. Shit. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Mike,
280.
in your face.
Good.
Check.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike,
280.
watch tight end. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. Check your hot read. Kill.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out in the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Wide. Get wide. Out.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's coming, double up. Hey, switch gears.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd. And he's had great protection back there to throw, really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit. Also means that he's able to find targets downfield at his leisure. That allows him to be really accurate.
The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Ready. Back to the pass.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Easy, easy, easy.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Better bring.
First down, Winston. Wright's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Taylor. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Green, triple T. Easy, easy, easy.
Go get him.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Black, we get that. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Ready to go.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
ready. Blue ready.
53, Mike. Man out.
Let's go.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. White.
The first down throw for Winston. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Check. Lucky. Slap.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now Chubb running right. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'll go special.
Mike, check. 59. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check 99.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Jameis to throw it. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Running on first down, Eckler working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
26-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The give to Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Ready. Blue ready.
Check pass, check pass.
Five.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Let's go. Let's convert.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Ready. Blue ready. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. D-line, get that quarter. Easy. Tackle. Shoot. Sunday. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Come on. Easy. Mike 51. Hey, let's get this.
From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long for Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that would push the lead up to 12-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Check back 21. Hey, check. Hey, check back 21.
Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Switch. Check it back.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Shit.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure. Touchdown, Lions.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, alert.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example.
Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Giants. Latavius Murray, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Important extra point up and through. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Get him, get him, get him. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25 and down to the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards.
First down, Detroit.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Four down.
Y'all playing the wrong.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They come up in an offset eye.
Hey, 0-0.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind.